Here we are from our March Madness West region predictions. You have arguably the second best team in the country in Florida, sitting at that number one spot, playing Norfolk State in the first round of those games. Then you have, my predictions for that game will be Florida beating Norfolk State. Then you have a very competitive 8 and 9 matchup, UConn versus Oklahoma. UConn, we know Dan Hurley over there. We know there's a lot of people who they haven't had the greatest season ever, and it's been what it's been all this season. I'm personally going to take UConn to win this game. I love Dan Hurley. I love what that team he has over there. I love the coach that he has on all of his teams, especially this game especially. Next up, you have Memphis versus Colorado State. Memphis may be missing one of their best players with injury based throughout the tournament. Colorado State have been on a roll. They have won their conference. They have been a team. I think they've won 10 games straight over the stretch. I'm potentially going to take the upset here. Depends on what the injuries look like. But I think I am going to take Colorado State to beat Memphis. Next up, you have Maryland, Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon is not a regular mid-major team whatsoever. I like Grand Canyon a lot. Will they go and beat Maryland? Who knows? Grand Canyon has size. They have experience. They've been to this to the tournament before. I think there's another upset coming here. Maybe Grand Canyon can beat that number 4 Maryland team. Then you have one of the fun teams, one of my favorite teams from all season. Drake will go in as an 11 seed. We know how teams at that 11 seed do. We know that the odds slim more at that 11 seed. Missouri, yes, their coach, he is a SEC guy, but I think this is where they will stop at. I think Missouri will lose this game to Drake, and this side of the bracket is going to have a lot of upsets. So give me Drake to beat Missouri. You have Texas Tech versus UNCW. UNCW, they had a great tournament. They got to that point where they needed to beat some really good talent inside of their conference. They beat College of Charleston, who in my opinion is a really, really good basketball team. And so I'm going to take Texas Tech, obviously, to beat UNCW. Arkansas versus Kansas. I'm obviously loving some John Calipari. I think that's how you say his name. I'm going to take Arkansas to beat Kansas for this game. And then St. John. We know we love him. Rick Pitino. He at that number 1 spot against Omaha. Obviously, I'm going St. John to win that game. Then you get one of the coaching matchups of all time. You get, St. John versus Arkansas. I'm taking St. John to beat Arkansas. You have Drake versus Texas Tech. I think the Cinderella story ends right there. I'm taking Texas Tech. Grand Canyon versus Colorado State. I'm going to take Grand Canyon to win that game. And then UConn versus Florida. I'm taking Florida. Florida will end up playing Grand Canyon. I think Florida beats Grand Canyon personally. And then you have Texas Tech versus the number 2 St. John team. Give me St. John. St. John will go against Florida in the semifinals or in the final of the Western region. Give me Florida to win that game. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comments about how these games will go and about how some of these upsets will lay out.